Welcome to the Pecco Show. It is, of course, interview time. This week, I am delighted to welcome on a man that usually is kicking pints, maybe drinking a few pints, but kicking pints for Hunterstown Rovers and, of course, our County Loud. Okay? But now he's trying to do something very positive, so he is away from the football side of things. It is, of course, Mr. Ryan Burns. Am I happy to see you, man? Welcome to the show, buddy.
Thanks for having me, Kieran. Long time no see, as you were saying.
Fucking sure it is. Hey. Jesus, must be three. It must be 2 or 3 at least, is it?
Oh, at least I'd say it's 3 or 4 now at this stage.
Yeah, see, myself and Ryan used to work together, so we did in a big building that doesn't exist anymore. And let's just leave it at that. Like, you know what I mean? We don't need to talk about places like that, so we don't. But listen, come here. You're on for a very, very simple reason. Okay, you have now set up Move to Improve Kids, which is a fun and safe multi-sport and activity service for kids aged 4 to 13. Services include camps, birthday parties, social programs. That's just me reading that off the Instagram page. So already, guys, get the phone out, get onto the page, Move to Improve Kids, and follow it. So, Burnsy, tell me, where did this all come from?
Yeah, so I suppose from my own background, sport in general, kind of whether it was any kind of sport, just massive. Kind of growing up, I was always involved in some sort of sport of some capacity. All family backgrounds, all mad sport. So always kind of was active and growing up in that environment. But the kind of the as the years went by, like social media, phones, tablets, you know yourself, like it's taken over far too much from what I can see. And myself, my own background, as I say, I have 20 younger cousins on mom's side of the family. So
Jesus,
I've seen them all kind of grow up in different kind of years and that, and slowly but surely, like it's just kind of going the wrong way in my eyes. Like years gone by, to be coming out and going straight out to the back garden, whereas now they're coming in, grabbing their tablet and sitting on the couch looking at telly. So I suppose that's what sparked it to really go for it. I've always kind of been doing a bit of coaching myself. I kind of ran my own GA camps off the bat in the local club, Hunterstown Rovers, and they've always went well. Like, so I was obviously still in college those days, and kind of it was just kind of a bit of a pastime more than anything.
Exactly, yeah.
But yeah, kind of took the plunge there at the start of this year with a bit of a push from a couple of people, and yeah, that's where we're at now.
And that's what I was going to ask you. Like, as you said, it took like a push from a couple of people. Like, I know this would be obviously something like your idea and all that, but yeah, there had to be people there in the background, obviously, kind of egging you on as if, come on, go do it.
Yeah, because we actually had a meeting there today with the Gaelic Players Association. So there's a business forum there, and like a lot of the guys were the same, that they needed that wee push over the cliff to just go, you know. So
yeah,
like comfort zones, it's a terrible thing. A lot of people just get stuck there and just afraid to take the jump, you know.
Exactly. And that's why people go backwards. You know what I mean? Like when they just stay in a rut and they don't think that they can go to the next step or the next level, you kind of just settle for, sure, I'm grand the way I am.
That's it. Like, because I was obviously working in a kind of a banking background and liked it and all, but it just wasn't me. I know you probably, like, I'm involved in movement sports, like that's like kind of out and about, kind of face to face is what I kind of enjoy more so. So yeah, look, I'm just delighted it's got up and running, and hopefully this is the start of it.
And I know you have had loads of posts up on the Instagram and all that. Like, you mean, there's been competitions and everything. Like, obviously we're hitting summertime. Okay, so summer camps. So just to look through here, like we've already Carrick McCross, Dundalk, Kings Court, and Condra. These are the ones I'm just looking at now on one of the posts. So I'm sure there is probably going to be other ads or that to it. But like, how was it in regards a brand new thing like this? Okay, contacting locations and getting them to be like, yeah, you know what I mean, like. Yeah, we're happy for you to do that. Because I know obviously the locations you have in each of these. Was it a straightforward thing, Ryan, or was it a bit like?
Yeah, so no, definitely so. So anything kind of new is always you kind of have one kind of bit of fear and everything. But no, so I kind of used Easter camps as a kind of trial run as such. So as I say, I was kind of, the camps I ran in the previous years have always been GA orientated, but that's not kind of what we're focusing on now at Move to Improve. It's kind of multi-sports and activities that it's open to everyone of all kind of backgrounds and abilities, that like not just specializing in sports. We can do that, but the more sports people play, the more chance they're going to find something that they love and carry through to teens and onwards. So we, as I say, kind of trial run that in Easter there, and the Ardee Parish Centre was kind of one of our first new venues as such. So that was kind of the break in the ice of that venue. Everything went well, very accompanying, and were great to us. So then it's obviously a step outside of my local area then. So it's just about kind of building up those contacts and going and knocking on the doors of these places to see what's available. And luckily enough, Ardee, Carrickcross, Dundalk, Kingscourt, Drumcondra, as you say, all kind of very, very welcoming and very helpful in helping me get that part of the jigsaw in place, you know.
And it's all getting started. Like, you need that element of like people, and it's not a risk. I don't mean it like that, but you know, as you said, it's a new thing. So you need somebody to have a little bit of faith in the sense of going, yeah, I like what I hear. You know what I mean? I like the idea. I like what you're trying to do here. So yeah, come into my town, come into my venue. You know what I mean? But like, you're right about multi-sports. I'm a Darvo man, right? So not a million miles away from your home place, right? Okay. And my first ever job was in the Traveller's Rest in Hunterstown. Okay. That was a long time ago, right? Bottle boy. But no, we had summer camps. And literally, I'll never forget, one of my favorite games at a summer camp was Olympic handball. And I'd never heard tell of it until I started playing this game, and it was like, this is called Olympic handball. I was like, you just throw the ball into goals. I was like, what? But like, that's what kids now, as you said, like, I have a 6, almost 7-year-old, and like, yeah, she wants to be outside running around, but then after a while, it's, I'm coming into my tablet. I'm coming into the telly. And like, you're right, it's going the wrong way. We weren't like that. We wanted to play football. Well, for me, I wanted to get and play basketball. You know what I mean? But I think that's a massive thing with what you're trying to do. The message you're putting across, Ryan, is so important. And also the mix of sports, as you said, somebody might want to go play football. They might want to go play bloody badminton, or they might want to go play uni hockey. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just naming random stuff. And you're giving them that chance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, without a doubt. Like, there was a study there in the Irish Examiner in December, just gone, and it was scary. Like, that only 13% of school kids are reaching the required, like, physical activity.
Yeah,
that's required. 13. Like, you know, it's like, so the aim is 60 minutes per day physical activity, and only 13% of Ireland is getting that. Like,
Jesus Christ.
If that's not an eye opener, I don't know what is. Like, and like, there was many different reasons for that. Like, I suppose, like, some, like, in fairness to some school teachers, when they took the role in teaching, like, they don't have a sporting background, so sometimes like, PE is harder to coach for some teachers than others. Like, and then sometimes you have an overemphasis on one specific sport. As I say, every child doesn't like the same sport. So like, that's where we're trying to kind of eradicate that problem, where that we have multi-sports available to kind of tick all the boxes, you know.
And I know obviously with summer camps there's leaders and stuff like that. Like, so who have you got helping you out now over the summer? You know, there's different locations and stuff like that. Like, so obviously you have like friends, family, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, maybe some fellow players, you know what I mean? Like, is there, have you obviously know exactly who's helping you out, like, so you obviously have a good support system there, Ryan, have you?
Oh yeah, so I've great coaches there. We had myself and it was 8 other coaches for the Easter camp. So again, those numbers are the same. So as I say, we've a good ratio. Our main focus is like to make it personal for the kids, that they feel that they're wanted and they're kind of improving as best they can. So our ratio, our coach to camper ratio, is always low. That they kind of get the best treatment. So we had 8 coaches there, including myself, Oh yeah, kind of local enough. All kind of sport and background. Athletics,
Yeah.
not just like individual sports. We've athletics, we've tennis player, we've a basketball player.
And it's not me.
And
I can't believe you didn't ask me, the guy who won a gold medal for his country in America like 20
you'll
odd
have
years
to
ago.
send the CV in, Kieran.
Yeah, I got to send the CV in. So is it? I don't even know if it is even 20 years anymore. It might be over 20 years now. Jesus, I think it's 21 years ago. Fuck, I'm getting old.
Yeah.
Getting old, man. Not good. But no, and that's great though, because like you said, you have a mix of people. It's not just, say, for example, a bunch of Gaelic lads, a bunch of soccer lads. You know what I mean? Like and that's what kids need, because as you said, you don't want them to be a number at this camp. You want them to feel like, oh, that coach is like, or that leader is my best friend. You know what I mean? For the next week, like, he actually cares what we do.
Exactly.
You want
So
them coming out of it like that.
Yeah. We actually had one of our girl coaches, Ruth. She was running for Leinster in athletics. So
Wow,
she
brilliant.
was, yeah, like, so there's like these kind of things inspire the kids as well. Like, when they kind of see these sort of things, it's not just like, as I say, like, there's so much emphasis on specific team sports as well. Like,
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, like, I'm involved in them, but I hate to think that some child is not going to continue on playing sport because they think that's all that's available.
Exactly. Well, that's true. Like, you could have like some kid who loves golf, for example, and he would go somewhere and it would be everybody would be playing football.
Correct.
And he's like,
yeah.
I'm going to be the next Tiger Woods or Rory McIlroy. I don't want to kick a ball into a goal. You know what I mean? Like, but like, no, like, it is brilliant. And I know, obviously, look, as I said, it's summertime now, so it means like we're hitting summer camps. You know what I mean? What's the plan? Like, as in, like, what's your goals? What's your dreams, ideas, kind of long term with this? You know what I mean? Like, to keep it going, because like, when you get to the winter months, like, yeah, fair enough. You'd understand why 13% of kids aren't out running about, because it's pitch black at 4:00. You know what I mean? Like, so like, what's the plan?
Yeah, so our plan now, and our main focus, is to get into the schools. Like, we have a number of services, obviously camps, so that's Easter camps, summer camps, Halloween camps, Christmas camps, so forth.
Yeah.
We are doing we are doing birthday parties. We have that service as well, so that's another kind of story, like that it's another healthy kind of option for the birthday parties for kids. And then obviously personalized coaching sessions and things like that. Like, we actually have 2 sports day camps coming up next week in Drogheda and RD. So like, that's the different range of services. But as I say, the school programs is our main one. That's kind of when we can really lock in, and we have all the kids there at that one time to zone in on that. So what we're offering, Kieran, from September onwards, is 8-week programs for schools. So we'll come in for 35 minutes per week. We'll have a list of sports that, speaking to the principal and other teachers, that will select 8 sports to provide for that 8-week program. So we'll have a different sport each week. If we want to double up on sports, that's optional. But it's just that is adding to those minutes that we're missing for those kids. Like, so if we can have 35 minutes, just even one day an extra a week, it's closing that gap on making the goal.
Massively. And like, I think in fairness, like 35 minutes isn't, you know what I mean? Like, you're not asking for half a day, you know what I mean? Like, in schools, like 35 minutes, when you're trying to give benefit to kids and stuff like that, I think that's a no-brainer. You know what I mean? So like, I know a lot of teachers in different schools, and I know they listen to the show. So get in touch with Ryan, okay? Mood Improved Kids, remember, okay? But no, like, right, I have to say, like, when I saw it, first of all, and then I was thinking to myself, I had to text you, and I was like, is this you I'm talking to? I was like making sure that it wasn't like somebody else that I was talking on the page. But no, like, I have to say, like, I'm so proud of you in what you're doing. I think the idea of it is absolutely incredible. So it is, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's really giving something back to an age group that fucking needs it. You know what I mean? Like that, like, there's no doubt about that. Like, you know what I mean? So there's not. But look, come here. I have to ask you, right? I can't let you go, right? I know you're going to training, right? I can't let you go. Leinster title, huh? Almost, right? Like, you have to be in the race to have a chance of winning the race. You know what I mean? How was the experience? Obviously, do you call a Gaelic manager a gaffer, or was that just in football? I was thinking about this today.
That's football, Kieran.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking so.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
the manager, the main man himself, how has it been? Obviously working under sore heart, and like it must be like you've been playing Gaelic for a long, long time. Like it must just be brilliant.
it is. Yeah, no doubt about it. No, yeah, like we kind of get this question a lot.
Yeah,
With,
sorry.
Mickey is a special man now. But when someone asks like to finger up, to point out what exactly he's changed, it's very hard to say. It's just like there's so many little things that go towards 1%ers that have changed the overall viewing of Louth football. Like so like there's little things such as the improvement of the training facilities and the food after training.
It all adds up.
Exactly. I don't know whether you read the book Atomic Habits. Like it's very relatable to that all the little 1%ers that seem as they are small at the time can really come to fruition
when you have a collective group that all put that little extra 1% in. That's, you know what I mean? Like it's not just one or two people, but it's believing in what's trying to change and all that. So it is. But look, I know it didn't go the way obviously everybody wanted it to go, but still, Croke Park Leinster final. It's not exactly something to be negative about. You know what I
mean? Definitely not. Like, look, no, don't get me wrong. When we got there, we wanted to win. People probably didn't give us too much of a chance against Dublin, but we firmly believe that if we perform as well as we can, which we didn't, I don't think, we had a chance of winning. So, look, it's good that there's more wiggle room to improve on, and
great support. That support has been incredible. So it has, like.
Top class.
What would you expect? Like, you know what
I mean? I know.
Great county.
In fairness, Louth Sports have been wanting this kind of run for a long time, and unfortunately, we just haven't been as consistent maybe with it. It's been kind of in and out, but it's great to see, and I'm delighted for them as well because they have been through as we have players ups and downs. So. No, fair play to them.
All part of the game, mate. You got to take the good with the bad. Hey, but listen, Barnesy, I am so thankful for you coming on. I'm so happy that we got to chat about this. As I said to everybody, it's Move to Improve Kids, okay? So get following the page, okay? No excuses, okay? Get following it. And you never know. I might give you a prize if you follow it. I might do a wee competition or something for you. You never know. But no, is there anything you want to end it with, Ryan? Is there anything you want to say to all the awesome people that listen to the show?
I know I want to thank you anyway for having me on, but if anyone has any questions or at all about the camp, move to improve kids at gmail.com or following us on Facebook or Instagram and just give us a shout and we'll get back to you as soon as we can and we'll help you out, and any questions we'll get back to you.
Perfect. Ryan, thank you so much, man.
Thanks for having me on, Kieran.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
Take it easy. Bye-bye.